Blackened, a bold collaboration of the finest hand-selected whiskeys, an unrivaled composition of craft and creativity, born in cask, forged by sound.
What does that mean?
That literally tells me nothing.
Alright everybody, welcome back to another episode of Everyday Whiskey. I'm Dan.
And I'm Mike, and this week we have One by Metallica. Dan, what is this bottle?
I really don't like you right now. I really don't like you right now.
Why? I gotta make puns.
I'm gonna put you in the sanitarium.
I could have said we're back in black, but that's the wrong band.
I'll put you in the sanitarium.
Yeah.
Alright, so this bottle this week, this is a segment that we haven't done in a while. Last one was Creek Water by Yellow Wolf, and I forget the distillery that actually makes that, so I'll figure that out later. But this is a Hollywood Uncorked segment where we find out, we take celebrity endorsed products,
Yes.
and we see if they hold up against, whether they're good, they're bad, they're ugly, everything else.
Yeah, and of course this one, as you know, is by Metallica. It's Blackened. It's been on the market for a little bit now.
It just got released in the New Jersey market about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But what's
I like the bottle a lot. I will say that.
They did a good job with the
It's definitely the most, I shouldn't say most. It's definitely a classier looking bottle than you would expect. Usually, celebrity endorsed stuff kind of is a little gimmicky.
It's simple. I would say it's simple.
Yeah. I when I first saw this on shelves, I didn't even know it was by Metallica. I thought it was just a new... I just thought it was Blackened whiskey because of the inside chart.
Well, the only way you really know this is Metallica is you have the M on the top, and then you've got the M on the butt of the bottle. And other than that, they really don't advertise that it's actually Metallica's whiskey.
No.
It's blended by Dave Pickerel, who does... That's kind of his deal. He's like a master blender, master distiller / master blender. They use black cognac casks here, which... We're going to find out what that does to as far as your flavoring goes in probably a couple seconds when we try this thing for the first time.
I've never had black cognac, so I don't know.
Neither have I. Cheers, buddy. We got some friends and family behind the counter here.
Yeah, we got a whiskey stork here, but we cannot reveal his identity.
All right, so do you get...
He is Batman.
Oh, you want some? Do you want some?
We're going to slowly see him coming in on camera.
Dude, smell the nose and tell me that's not black pepper. It's straight up black pepper.
It is. It's very peppery.
It's super peppery.
Peppercorns.
So I get black pepper. I get a little dark fruit, so you get maybe some plum.
Now, I haven't had this before, so this is going to be a first for me. Oh, wow. Ow. It roasted my nostrils.
You want to try a little
another
we got another one. All you see is
whiskey
random arms reaching out, just like feed me, Seymour, feed me. All right.
Have some more, please.
It's very ethanol-y though, so I'm gonna assume that there were some young blends put into this. I'm not gonna pretend to know what whiskey they actually blended into this, or obviously the only thing that they're advertising on the bottle is that they finished it in black cognac casks. Which usually when you cognac cast something, it kind of What are you reading?
This is the most ambiguous description I've ever read on a bottle.
Story time with Chan.
Blackened, a bold collaboration of the finest hand-selected whiskeys, an unrivaled composition of craft and creativity, born in cask, forged by sound.
What does that mean?
That literally tells me nothing about the bottle.
So that
what
kind
of description
I'm gonna
is that?
fire this out here, and so Blood Oath have up here, which is a Luxforo product created by Ed Remp, who's a master blender, much like Dave Pickerel. They both are master blenders. They do a similar thing where they find the finest casks across the country and they blend 3 of them together every year and they create the Blood Oath. But those are they legitimately say okay, we have an 8-year, a 15-year, and a 4-year, and we blend it all together, and they're a little more specific. This is really vague. This is
extremely vague.
But okay, so getting past the story time here.
I'm sorry, I looked over to read it. I'm like, they couldn't have been any more ambiguous on that.
So the nose is very peppery and it's very ethanol-y. So to break that down, it smells like black pepper and it smells like peroxide.
It tastes like black pepper, not peroxide though. Not peroxide. It's good though. I actually like it. I'm not that turned off by it at all.
What I was trying to get to before we got into a little bit of a story time there on the back of the bottle was that when you cognac cast something, it usually imparts very dark fruits such as plums, cherries, blackberries, raspberries. It also creates this very raisiny flavor, it's almost like a sugar-covered raisin.
A lot of
from
raisin.
my experience. And that's kind of what you're getting here, but it's like a raisin that you dunked in vodka.
It is a little hot though.
It's got some heat. Like I said, it's like if you're getting that
90
if
proof,
you're getting that ethanol,
yeah.
if you're getting that ethanol note, it's 100% a younger blend. Or they use a very young blend in there you're gonna get that punching through.
I have a feeling if you were to age this a little, at least 4 years, maybe more, you might round it out to something pretty good.
Like I said, I don't know.
It's a little hot up front, and it's young. It's got to be young because there's no age thing.
For me, the heat's on the back.
It is on the back, but I don't know. I feel like just age it in cask a little bit longer. You might have something.
It's just
very decent.
For me, I'm
not even halfway. Very decent.
I'm trying to figure out what bourbons they use. I'm assuming obviously it's all bourbon they used in it.
Jim Beam, Evan Williams, Jack Daniels.
Oh, thank you, thank you. It's all three of those.
That's not what's in here.
No, but no, the peppery notes really throw me off. That I never got that before we started filming. Right now,
I like the peppery notes.
I know I like it too, but I don't know what bourbon imparts that. I've never had a bourbon that really slaps you in the face like that with a pepper note.
I'm a big black pepper person. I can't. I think it's delicious.
All right, so the main question.
It's a rye blend too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes,
that's
the peppery notes. The rye blend. I'm just even in rye when I've had rye, it's like
this is our first time with a live audience, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll
get a laugh track going soon. No, even with some rye, I get more dill pickle and some citrus notes, and I do get pepper sometimes. But all right, the main question we are using that we're asking in this segment is this solely they slapped a name on it? No, I don't think they slapped a name on it because they could have put.
It's pretty good.
They could have literally said Metallica blended whiskey across the front of this, and they didn't do that at all. You actually probably would have to do some digging yourself to find out that Metallica actually backed this, and it kind of sucks that their lead singer is dead sober, doesn't drink.
That's kind of ironic.
So, but the rest of the band does drink. I think their
Right.
their bassist is the big whiskey drinker out of the group.
Gotcha.
And we all know Lars parties.
So I wonder if these are bass lines that are.
It's audio.
I know it's definitely audio. But
Yeah,
I just wonder if
it's
they're
audio
bass lines.
file.
If the bass is the big whiskey.
But obviously, we did some.
How much is the bottle?
Oh, we want to do that. Oh, all right. And we actually, we didn't even mention the pricing on it.
Way to fast forward,
Way to fast
whiskey
forward,
stork.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We were getting there.
All right. So as far as pricing goes, in New Jersey, you're going to be looking between $45 and $50 on the shelf.
Okay.
So for all of you bourbon drinkers, that's going to be very, very high, and even for blended whiskey drinkers, it's going to be on the higher end of the spectrum.
So now knowing that so I've seen this bottle around. As you guys know, I'm out on the road all day, every day, in and out of accounts. Never thought to really look at the price. Now that I actually know the price, my opinion doesn't change.
It's solid. It's not
But-
bad.
I don't know if I would be willing to drop that kind of money. I mean, if you're a die-hard Metallica fan
Yeah. You want more?
and a die-hard whiskey fan, by all means, it's a steal. You're getting a good product. It's endorsed by an awesome band. But if you're just I like Metallica, maybe I want to try and get into whiskey, I'd take the back seat on this one and I'd try something different.
Yeah,
It is hot.
I'm gonna
It's
agree
really
with
hot.
Mike here.
Very
I
hot.
think this is a bottle where the actual shelf price doesn't really come into play too much. It's more of what is this bottle of value to you
Yeah.
as either a Metallica fan. If you're not a Metallica fan, you probably wouldn't know this was made by Metallica, regardless, unless
Because
you.
it says it nowhere.
Well, it's the name of the song.
Yeah.
Blackened is the name
Yeah,
of the
but
song.
Yeah.
Blackened salmon, that doesn't mean Metallica invented blackened
True.
salmon.
Yeah.
Blackened's pretty ambiguous too, just like its description.
Yeah, but
I don't know if you would make that correlation.
What?
I don't know if you would make that correlation on the shelf.
I think diehard-
Metallica.
I think diehard
yeah.
fans would. I don't think you're the person who just maybe listens to him on the radio or isn't as into. Maybe they won't. but I'm confident a diehard fan.
See, I was singing Blackened. I bought this and I was like randomly like being stupid and singing Blackened at the table, just like screwing around. And like my sister's boyfriend was like, "Why are you singing Blackened?" I'm like, "I just bought the whiskey."
Yeah, it's stuck in my head now.
So yeah, obviously, like I am a Metallica fan. Like one of my first CDs I ever bought was the Black album. But like if you know Blackened by Metallica, you're gonna probably cue it up in your head, like, oh yeah, that's probably Metallica whiskey.
Yeah.
But if you're a novice to that and you see Blackened, yeah, you might think like, what did they extra char the barrel or something, or like something along those lines.
Let's put it this way: if someone came out and told you, "Hey, guess what? Metallica made a whiskey, but I forget what the name is," and you went into a liquor store and you saw this on the shelf, you'd probably be able to figure it out.
Let's put it like this: I didn't know it was a song from Metallica until I searched it on Google. So I know.
No, it's 100% like it's a B-side song. It's not like One, Sanitarium, Enter Sandman, Master of Puppets. It's not like
Master of Puppets.
Yeah, and like we can go down the list and just start naming songs, and we're not going to do that. But I think it's cool they use like a B track.
Yeah,
and that makes it like they wanted to put the product first. That's what I'm thinking is they wanted to have the product go first. But
I get the whole feeling that this was like a product first, but because like I said, it's not bad at all. It's not like they just took a whiskey, slapped their name on it, and tried to sell it for a ton of money.
They definitely didn't do that.
It's pretty good.
I think it's a $40 bottle.
Definitely. I would definitely $35, $40 range, maybe like 30. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
50 is we're getting a little ridiculous.
I think the cognac, like if you didn't tell me it was cognac cast, I would have never even guessed it.
I can't pick that up.
I would have, and like as our audience put it out there, like I could have told you from a far shot away that it was a rye in there, and there's a boatload of rye in there.
Yeah,
just from that pepper note coming through. But the cognac, part of the cognac cast that does come through there is a slight raisin note or like dark fruit that does kind of like
I say
form here or there.
Leave it in the barrel maybe 3 years. Take it out. Put it in the cognac barrel for another year.
Yeah,
that would be probably do it justice.
I agree.
I don't know how long it was in the cognac barrel for.
No, that's the whole thing. And like typically, like 6 months would probably be like your average. You're gonna cask finish something. I know like Jefferson's usually does like a year. Mm-hmm. So some people kind of they overdo it, and sometimes that's against them when you overdo it. But this one could have definitely benefited from
a little bit more aging. Somewhere.
Exactly. A little more aging in whatever they finished it in, or. What it could have been is they used a cognac finished bourbon, and then they had another rye they blended together. So they wasn't technically ever finished. It was just two different whiskeys that were blended together, and the rye was dominating the cognac. But yeah, so I'm gonna say that this is better than a money grab situation.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. I think so too. I don't think this is like Jim Beam that they just slap Metallica on. That's not what this is.
No.
This is definitely something where they wanted to put the product first and like let people develop their own opinions. I would not pay the sticker price again because I did.
No.
Not at all. And no. Like I said, I mean, if you're a Metallica fan, you gotta buy it. Come on, like you're stupid, just buy it. Like
rated 1 to 10.
Oh God!
You want us to do this shit? So this is the first time we've had like you said interaction as far as like people in the background. Like, all right.
You can cut this out if you have to.
No, you're good. I like this.
6 1/4.
That's our. Well, how did you put it? You're our Jamie. For the Joe Rogan show.
Oh yeah.
You're our stat.
Exactly.
You're our statistic checker and or fact checker.
Correct.
Who's really slow at Google. I'm kidding.
Yeah, true.
What are you saying?
I'm gonna say 6 1/4 because I'd be lying if I put it lower because part of me kind of likes it. It's really not bad.
I like it way better than the first time I tried it.
Let me ask you this: what would you rate a 10? Where are we gauging this?
All right, I got to take a play out of Portnoy's book here. I would never rate anything a 10 because that leaves no room for improvement.
Yeah, I can't say. And
that was.
And you know this. I'm never gonna tell you like what the best whiskey I've ever had is because it changes. So no, but for me, like as far as like a scale goes, like my essential like bourbon, or if we're gonna go with whiskey, is always gonna be like Old Forester single barrel. Like I think that's like the pinnacle of a single barrel. Like it's good in any rendition they've ever made, and it's consistent in kind of inconsistency. It's a weird way to say it, but that's like my 9 out of 10. Like I think I will always drink that bottle. But this is probably like a 5 out of 10 for me.
I can tell you at the top of my list currently, Angel's Envy. I've never had it until
Which
2 months
surprised
ago.
me, by the way, because I know that about you only because I watched the videos.
Yeah.
Surprised me.
I've
You
never
haven't
had
it. Like until
Never
recently.
had it, and I tried it, and to this day,
It's phenomenal.
let's put it this way, it's the bottle I've moved through the fastest in my entire collection. I have bottles that are like, less than a quarter full, but this one went from full to quarter in only 2 weeks. Like,
So overall summary on Blackened.
It's obviously, we're going to average it out, which is 6.5, and I said 5, so we're going to call it a 6 out of 10. We're
yeah.
going to say 6 out of 10. Room for improvement, yes. Is it money grab? No. Did Metallica do a great job in the branding? Yes. Is the packaging does the packaging live up to what the alcohol that's inside it? The packaging is better than the actual liquid that's inside it, I think.
Definitely.
So
I like this bottle a lot.
Yeah, I think they did a really
Although,
good job.
now, really kind of nitpicking here, I'm not a fan how it's 2 separate pieces together.
As a
and
two-piece
it's not
bottle?
just one bottle.
But either
I
way,
agree with you.
Yeah.
yeah. But
That's
either,
nitpicking. That is
yeah.
100%
Yeah.
me nitpicking.
It's not. It's not.
But either way, this is Blackened, you guys. If you are interested in the bottle based off our review, if you're a Metallica fan, I would suggest you go out and get it because
Definitely if you're a Metallica.
it'll definitely become a collector's edition at some
Yeah.
point. I don't know how many batches they're actually going to release of this, but I'm definitely a fan personally. I think it's a solid bottle of whiskey. Like I said, if you find it at the lower end of the spectrum towards 40, I think that's where you kind of want to be at it. But let's probably wrap this fucker up here.
Yeah, we're encroaching on a lot of time.
Yeah. I think we're at
Yeah,
we're plus 15 minutes, so you're gonna have to do your editing magic here and cut this thing down. But all right, everybody. At the end of every week, you got to do 3 things for us. You've got to, number 1, you got to like the video. Number 2, Mike, comment. And number 3, please subscribe to the channel for more bottle reviews, shenanigans, and/or just randomness that we bring to you every week as far as cocktail challenges. Like I said, bottle reviews.
Mhm.
Hollywood Uncorked. We're gonna debunk whether celebrities are just slapping their names on things for a check or they're not.
Yeah.
So everybody have a good week. Cheers. Stay safe out there.